Hi everyone, it's Melanie. I have another process video for you. My apologies, my camera was not on for the first part of the video. I am putting paint on a clear piece of plastic and applying it to my page. This is called smooshing. So I just spread some water to reactivate the paint, and now I'm just pressing on the clear piece of plastic almost until the paint comes from underneath it. And you get that goodness effect on the page right there. The paint I'm using is children's washable paint, and it comes in those small containers right there. I just took some and added it to those spray bottles and add some warm water to it and sprayed the rest of the color on the page that you do see. And so a little cleanup there, it won't hurt. And I am going to just blast it with some heat, but off camera I apply 2 coats of matte gel medium to it and drying in between each coat to prep my page so it won't have any bleed through, and it can protect my page. And so I'm just making sure that it's really dry, and once again there's no bleed through. I have a few scripture cards that I printed from online, and I'm deciding right here which ones I'm going to use. So I decided I'm going to use 2 for this entry. So now I'm deciding where I'm going to start my address for this entry. And I am going to create a tab for this entry. Now this entry is a part of my Bold, Strong, and Brave series. And the series is actually a lifelong series I'm doing. And this crafter's tape does give me problems from time to time, but I like using it. So I journaled some personal thoughts off camera on those 2 scripture cards. And now I'm going to do some stamping, and basically that's all for this entry. Have you ever prayed for something within God's will and haven't received it yet? You've been praying for years about the same thing, and it's quite frankly tired. You can't seem to understand why God has not answered, or why He has said no to something that is in His will. How is it that God works so good when you pray for someone else, but doesn't answer your prayer for yourself? And you find yourself begging God to remove the thorn, to remove the cup the messenger of Satan that torments you has given you. In 2 Corinthians 12, Paul is bragging about who he is and about what God has done for him. He tells the church at Corinth in verse 12 that he is a fool and it is their fault. But before he gets to that part, he talks about his thorn. So Paul tells us that he is highly used by God. In fact, one time Paul preached a long sermon, and a guy fell from out of the window several stories high and broke his neck. And Paul went out and prayed for the guy one time, and poof, he was alive. But yet he had to pray 3 times for his thorn, and nothing happened. Everyone has a thorn. Everyone has something that brings them to their knees. Everybody has something that makes them say, Lord, please. What do you do when God doesn't remove your thorn? I am reminded when Jesus went to pray in Luke 22, and he prayed for Yahweh to remove the cup of death from him, and God sent an angel to strengthen him. just like in this situation with Paul. Jesus even prayed harder, just like in the situation with Paul. And being mentally anguished, spiritually anguished, physically anguished, and just exhausted and tired, like Paul. And God said, no. Even if I should choose to boast, I would not be a fool, because I would be speaking the truth. But I refrain, so no one will think more of me than is warranted by what I do or say, or because of the surpassingly great revelations. Therefore, in order to keep me from becoming conceited, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan, to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. God gives us grace. He gives us power for the life we lead, the situations we confront, the people we deal with, and for the problems we have in our life. Especially the thorn that keeps us begging God in prayer day after day, month after month, and year after year. With tears in our eyes and pain in our heart, we stretch our right hand to God, and He takes hold of it, saying, do not fear, I will help you. Today, let God help you move past your thorn by embracing His grace. Thank you for watching.